Guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it.
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies from Nerds New Bully. I'm your host Leroy, aka Bob Barkley, with my co-host.
Yeah, it's Eli, aka Bro Chacho.
There you go. My bro Chacho. Okay. And you may think you know Bob Barkley is a real person. It's not a real person. He can't hurt you. I just made this shit up. So don't let your mind do a Mandela effect on you. Yeah, so we're back with another episode, and we're just going to just jump into it. Like I said, a slight light week. And then you know what? I don't mind a light week because I don't think anybody died, Eli, this week.
Nobody that we know of.
Nobody that we know of. But if you know somebody,
we know.
our condolences. But the way we start off this show, if nobody died, I mean, I get a chance to get into some weird shit before we get into the podcast. Don't worry, Eli. Cartoon porn will be later on. Won't be this week. But we are going to talk about something you want to talk about. And that is what we're going to talk about. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So your favorite show, I think your favorite show based on what you did 2 episodes ago, Stranger Things. Haven't seen it. Don't know what the fuck's going on with it. Have no clue. But it's such a popular show that it has invaded like the cultural zeitgeist, if you will. And
yeah,
this scene in particular, I don't know what the fuck is going on in this scene. I know this scene has went viral. It's been a big thing. And the reason of the scene has been going viral, not because of the scene, because like I said, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's because of the song that was playing in the scene. And apparently it was because I just looked on Spotify. So that's the whole thing we're going to start off with. Kate Bush. We're going to start off with Kate Bush. So apparently Kate Bush, big time artist in the 80s, who I've never heard of, even though I was in the 80s at the time, never heard of. And I think I know why I haven't heard of her. But this is Stranger Things has made this her second biggest single of all time. So right now she has like the #1 single in America from a song she made back in the 80s, like 30 plus years ago. So I think that's in fucking insane that she does that. And not only that, like the song is everywhere. Like I have heard people playing it down the street, like in their car, bumping it like it's they're not playing Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion. They're playing Kate Bush. It's the 80s all over again. I mean, let me think. We got Kate Bush, #1 song in America. Top Gun is the #1 movie in America. We're beefing with Russia again. It's the 80s, Eli. Everything comes around again.
I don't think Top Gun is #1. I heard Jurassic Park beat its ass.
Okay, so a dinosaur movie beat it.
I just want to gloat because fuck Top Gun.
It's a dinosaur movie. Okay, so technically, an 80s movie got beat by a 90s movie. Okay, we'll let them have that. But the thing is, Eli, if we're gonna start with the 80s, we need to bring all the stuff back. First off, bring all of Kate Bush's stuff back because I was just started listening to her stuff. Like I haven't heard the song before for Netflix. I went to Spotify. This is a song stuck in my head all week, digging into her stuff, saw some other music she had. I didn't know that the Maxwell song, This Woman's Work, like a very, very popular R&B song, was her song. She did it first, and he got famous off of it. I was like, whoa, that's a thing. I didn't know that. So my thing is this. Okay, since Fortnite want to rip off everybody and take everybody's stuff, like rappers and TikTok stuff like that, do this dance. Put this dance in Fortnite. This is because I didn't know she was a dancer too. So she like had this hot ass dance back then. I don't even go to the club. I want to go to the club and do that dance just for that and then leave. You know. So yeah, like
grocery store.
They'll kick me out the grocery store, but if I do it in the club, they'll probably kick me out there too. What the fuck is he doing? Yeah, so like I said, if you're gonna do some 80s stuff, man, bring back all the 80s stuff, man. Bring back the Jerry Curl. We're gonna rock it next week, Eli. I'm gonna get one. You gonna get one?
Well, what's his face? In Pulp Fiction, he tried to remember Jules of Samuel Jackson. Of Pulp Fiction.
Samuel Jackson tried to bring back the Jerry Curl. And he pulled it off. But you can't do it like Samuel Jackson did. But like I said, if you did it like Randy Watson when he did it, you can do it then. But here's the thing, Eli, the Jerry Curl might be coming back because guess what happened at MTV Awards? Lil Nas X rocked it. So
I
yeah,
I
I
didn't
mean,
see it,
let's
but
not
I guess.
pretend like all the 80s fashion wasn't made by the LGBTQ community anyway. So might as well bring it all back. So yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah.
members only jackets, and I mean,
I want
last couple years I've been rocking the fucking tropical board shorts during summer, just
oh,
because
that's the fashion for the summer, right?
yeah. Well, like
That's the
that was
fashion
a
for the
big
summer, yeah.
that was like a big thing with the pastel colors, the neon Ocean Pacific Vision
Oh, I thought you were
streetwear
talking about the
shit.
shorts above your knees. I thot you were gonna bring those back.
Oh no, man.
Give him a little leg action this summer,
No.
Eli. I
Yeah,
see you. I see you.
no one needs to see my 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 my,
Thigh
my,
meat,
my nougats fucking dangling out my bottom.
you're gonna catch a chick in the grocery store just looking at. I know you see it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the callers. Fat T, what up?
T's in the house.
Fat
What
T,
up?
you in the 80s? Do you remember? How do we not know? How do I not know Kate Bush, Eli? She looks like Victoria Principal. How do I not know her?
Yeah, I don't recall. Like I remember some of the songs. I didn't know who did them. She's just one of those artists.
Just one of those artists. Now,
yeah.
I honestly, this is the reason I don't know who she is. Now, I have an excuse. I don't know about you, Eli, but I have an excuse. First off, if I only knew you if you was on the R&B station back in the 80s, or if you made a song that passed for R&B stations. So if you were a black artist or a white artist that made black music, like for instance, I knew Michael McDonald. I knew Vanilla Ice. I knew them because that's the type of music they make. Kate Bush wasn't getting played, with Earth, Wind, and Fire or, Cameo or anything like that. Plus, MTV didn't play her video. The reason they didn't play it because she didn't limp sync it. So they were like, and so if you didn't play it on MTV and you went on an R&B station, I didn't know who you were. That's just me.
But all this retro 80s shit that's been going on for the past like 5, 6, 7 years now. It's like, they're bringing back all these songs from the 80s, and a lot of them I do recognize, but I don't know the artists, So that's been a thing. I mean, there's been a bunch like that's Stranger Things. That's all they do is they bring back these old songs from the 80s, and some of them I know, some of them I don't. But did you see that one South Park episode where they kind of made fun of it?
Oh, which one? Made fun of what?
They were like, let's go on an adventure, like, and then he had to like play your super awesome 80s mix, and they go to Spotify, and then they start playing like all the lame songs, like a Richard Marx song.
Oh, like the old James Gunn dad rock he be doing on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Something like what? I thought you're gonna play some awesome 80s movie. This is Richard Marx, 1986.
Damn, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh, okay. All right, now we can get to the podcast. Like, I'm done with my weird shit. We can get to the podcast. Let's see. What are we going to start off with first? I'm trying to see. Hold up. Let's go to the callers. See what we got here. I didn't think that song was on the good. Just that moment in the episode. I guess depending on how you remix it. Everybody always remixes everything. Nowadays. I didn't know that either. I was a kid, 80s baby. I'm sure I heard it. I'll know. Yeah, like I said, I didn't know her music. I didn't know who she was.
He used to rock fucking Cyndi Lauper. He was rocking, Cyndi.
Oh, we're not gonna shit on Cyndi Lauper now. Come on now, Cyndi Lauper was a big hit. Girls just want to have fun. We was all
are
on
good
that
enough.
Shit. Hey. Oh man, Cyndi Lauper is a sacred cow on this podcast. All right, so like I said, we're gonna jump into it. Like I said, some people have saw a trailer. We're just gonna briefly talk about this because we saw a trailer. Or should we? Or should we start with the Eli? Should we start with something else?
Hey, it's on you, man. I'm just along for the ride.
Okay,
you're driving.
just ride the bus. Okay, fuck it. Let's just get this. Let's just knock this out the way. Let's see. No, not that. Not that. Where is it? Anyway, we're gonna talk about Black Adam trailer. We're gonna talk about the Black Adam trailer. Like I said, it was just something briefly that happened. We're just gonna talk about it. Did it give me goosebumps when I saw it? Was it like the greatest thing I ever saw? Nah, it was a thing that happened that came and went. And it was like, okay, The Rock is a superhero now. Okay, cool. Let's just run through the people who's all showing up in it like them. Oh, not him. He's in it, but yeah. So we got Hawkman, but we don't know who that is. Now, I do want to say something about Hawkman. He is the most convoluted DC character there is. I don't care how hardcore DC fan you ask. Ask the DC fan that you know who is Hawkman and what's his origin, and they're just gonna stutter for 5 minutes. They're like, well, he's they don't know. DC doesn't even know. So I don't know what they're gonna do with them on this movie. They'll narrow it down. So he's gonna be a space cop. He's gonna be an Egyptian prince, or both. or Hawk Girl reincarnated as a dude. I don't know. They just do whatever the fuck they want to. This, don't know who that is. I almost guarantee I will bet money that in the comics she's a white redhead.
I
know
thought
why I know
she was
that?
Starfire.
Not she could have been What okay. Now you trigger me, Eli. Now you trigger me because she could have been Starfire. We can't find anybody who look like Starfire. Look at this. That's Starfire. But here's the thing.
Or Starfire's cousin or something.
Starfire, orange fire, whatever, brown fire. Yeah. But here's my thing. I guarantee you she's a white redhead. Why? Because Hollywood hates redheads even more than they hate black people. So I guarantee you that's what they did. Who do we got here? Okay, Eli, I have to eat my words. I might have to eat a cheeseburger on this one because I said, okay, because it's Pierce Brosnan playing Dr. Fate. And I was like, there's no way that Pierce Brosnan, everybody think he's James Bond. He's going to come in looking James Bondish. No, he's going to come in looking like Colonel Sanders. He's going to look all disheveled. He's not going to look suave. He's not going to look smooth. Well, he looks like James Bond. Look like he just walked in and just said, the name's Fate. Dr. Fate. Look like that, So I'll eat a pizza on that. All right, here's the big one.
Silver Fox, man. The chicks like that shit.
That's what's in now. Jerry curls and gray hair. All right, so let's talk about Adam Smasher. Now, of course, I see the memes. The memes are already going crazy. People are already saying, "Oh, he looks like Deadpool." I really going with that. Like people haven't been wearing that damn mask for decades, like Spider-Man, something like that. And plus, we're not even going to start about people are ripping off Deadpool. Deadpool is a ripoff. He's a ripoff of Deathstroke the Terminator. For people that don't know that, I don't know how you've been listening to this podcast and don't know that. They even took his name. It's Deathstroke's name, Wade Wilson. No, I'm sorry. His Deathstroke's name, Slade Wilson. Yeah, other way around. Yeah, he's Slade Wilson. Deadpool is Wade Wilson. Same origin. They're both mercenaries, took some kind of super soldier serum, got healing abilities, kill people for money. Both start off as bad guys, now anti-heroes. Both shoot a bunch of guns and shit like that. Deathstroke don't tell jokes. That's his only thing. He don't tell jokes. So I don't know where people getting that shit from. So hold up, what we got here? Can we stop recognizing what a great month June has been for movies and series? Has it?
It's only 1 weekend, but sure. Okay.
You know what, Eli? You know what he's talking. You know what he's talking about? Top Gun.
I thought Top Gun came out on Memorial Day.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. So, like I said, the Black Adam trailer, we don't know who he's fighting. We don't know if he's the bad guy, who's the villain. This is just another thing that DC is doing with it, just making a whole bunch of villain movies because Black Adam is also a villain. You got Joker, you got Harley Quinn, you got Suicide Squad, you got Black Adam. So they've been having success with villain movies, and they've just been cranking it out. So yeah, cool.
I did get a feeling of colonialization or whatever theme going on when he's gonna
break it down because I didn't get that, but I want to hear where you go.
When they were talking about, oh, you're not a good guy or you're not a hero. Heroes don't kill. And he's like, I do, and all this shit. And then basically, it sounds like he's gonna defend. Was it Kahndaq or whatever he's from?
Right. He's basically Magneto. He's basically DC.
Yeah,
Magneto.
That he's gonna carve out his own territory and protect his own people from outsiders. So that's what I got from it. Like that's his motivation. Magneto's only a good guy when you look at it from, I'm just protecting mutants.
Right.
Forget the mass genocide and trying to wipe out the human race. All that, all the times he tried to do that shit, but he is trying to protect his people, So I think that's what I got the sense out of. Like, I'm going to protect my country or protect my land. So to speak. That's what
I said. We think that's where to go, and that sounds like a good plot. Like I said, you're already writing a better movie than what they're going to give us anyway. But we'll see how.
Sorry, don't mean to get anybody's hopes up high.
You do it every time. Like, damn. Oh man, but there are people saying that the movie Black Adam does seem like deja vu, not just the Deadpool thing, but also certain scenes they noticed in the trailer. Yeah. Does that look familiar? Yeah, of course. It looks like, Iron Man. You can't redo that scene and not have people think about that, So that's a thing. So I don't know. I'm excited for it, even though the trailer didn't do it for me, but I'm gonna watch it, Black Adam loves his character, loves his issue that the Rock looks like him. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, with the character is written and coming. No, Rock is not even gonna try. That's the
No,
thing.
he's gonna play the Rock.
Rock is gonna play the Rock. Rock doesn't even. I mean, yes, he looks like Black Adam. Notice he doesn't have the weird ears. He doesn't have the widow's peak receding hairline. He's just the Rock. That's it.
He doesn't have the Romulan unibrow.
Right. None of that is there. He's just gonna play the Rock. That's it. That's all he showed
If
up
you
for.
can smell what Adam is cooking.
That's exactly. He's gonna show up as the people's champion. That's how he's playing the Rock. I mean, playing Black Adam. That's it. But
okay, Hawkman, I'm gonna take this shoe, turn it sideways, stick it up your candy ass.
You turn that son bitch up your candy ass. You get your brony. He probably say all this stuff. Funny thing about Black Adam, this movie has been right. This movie has been in development for so long. The Rock actually had this role before Robert Downey Jr. had the role in Iron Man. Like, that's how long this movie has been in development. Yes, I looked it up. I'm not even making that up. So they didn't know whether he was going to be like a villain in a Shazam movie. Then they're like, you know what? Let's just split the movie up, give him his own movie. So this movie has been in development forever. But like I said, DC is going to DC. Matter of fact, Eli, I think I even told you at the beginning of this year that Flash movie was not going to come out this year. And that's before all that weird shit that Ezra Miller got into.
Oh, yeah, he's losing his fucking mind.
He's into some other shit now. We're not going to get into it. But, it's a thing. All right. Moving on past that, we're talking about Black Adam. We revisit Black Adam because it is coming out this year. And they have some prequel comics coming out based on each JSA member also. So we'll review those. Well, I review those if we can. Had his role back in. Yes. He got the role when he had hair.
When he was he was chubby.
Right, when he was kind of chubby, before he got into all the roids and shit. But yeah. He actually looked more like Black Adam back in the early 2000s.
When he looked like me.
Eli, now I'm gonna Photoshop you, Eli.
Can I do that brow? Can I do that? Can I do
people.
That?
I already told you, like, The Rock is basically
raising the
like,
eyebrow.
Yeah, The Rock is both our cousins. Like I said, if we did
that's as close as I can get it. That sounds like I'm having a stroke. Looks like I'm
fuck, I can't do it. I used to be able to do it. I can't do it anymore. I used to practice this shit, but nah, fuck. I was like, huh?
I can't do it.
But like I said, The Rock is both our cousins. If we did a fusion dance right now, both of us would turn to The Rock. Muscle,
that's right.
steroids,
We both
everything.
can claim them. Yeah.
We both can claim them. Like, it doesn't matter. All right. So now let's talk about. I don't know how we're going to talk about this. We're going to try to talk about this. Okay, this is a thing that has been all over the internet. Like, these comic book podcast creator, YouTuber, neckbeard, adult dudes have been just going crazy over this show about this 16-year-old girl.
Take it easy.
No, we have to be triggered by this. We have to be triggered by this, Eli. We have to be emotional over this 16-year-old girl. So, because the way the internet is right now, that apparently Miss Marvel is either in two camps. It is either regarded as the greatest thing ever, or the worst thing in the signaling of the downfall of society. It can't be both. It's got to be one or the other. So, Eli, I'm gonna give it to you first. Which is it? Is it the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever? It can't be anything in between. Because anything in between on the internet doesn't exist.
It's the greatest thing ever, man. It's Marvel. They can do no wrong.
There you go. You woke leftist libtard.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna just get it. I'm gonna just say what I got to say about this Miss Marvel thing, but I'm gonna just try to be as objective as possible. I'm not gonna fly off the handle. I'm not gonna do a 2-hour rant where we break down every single scene about how everything sucks and how it's just signifying how much Disney sucks also. No, I'm just breaking down how it is. Okay, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's exactly what Marvel marketed it as. It's basically a sitcom from the TGIF in the 90s with superpowers. That's all it is. That's all they sold us to it. And I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing ever. Doesn't have to be the worst thing ever. Sometimes a thing can just be a thing. Sometimes it just be just whatever. And that's what it was. Like I said, it was more of a matter of fact, the plot of the pilot was a typical sitcom plot. Yes, she wants to go to Adventure Con and blah, 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 stuff like that. All of this, she wants to sneak out and go to a party. That's it. Every sitcom has ever done that. It's no different from Vanessa wanting to have big fun in The Cosby Show. And that one episode that everybody knows about. It's the same thing. She wants to sneak out, go to a party. It happens. So That's the thing. And I was actually into that. Will she make it to the party? Will she get in trouble? I didn't care about her saving the world and, destroying galaxies, shit like that. We've done that before. We just had Moon Knight fight a big alligator, some shit like that. Just leave it low level. Keep boots to the ground. Keep it low key. Let us know what the real people of the MCU feels like. And plus, Eli, out of all the superheroes that we've seen so far, she's the most relatable to us because she's also a podcaster that gets only 2 views within a month. So I related to that, So my thing is, honestly, I thought they were going to get deep into this episode because there was something going on in this episode that I thought would actually had some meat to it. And I thought they were going to dig into it, but they kind of dipped a toe in it and dipped out because they want to piss off people. First off, like I said, we got to talk about that the show is about a Muslim character, about a Muslim family, about basically an over-religious family. Like, whether you're Muslim or not, some people can relate to that. Now, her thing is that she wants to go to this party, con, whatever you want to call it. It's a thing. She wants to wear tight clothes. She wants to cosplay. And I thought the show was going to get into a commentary about women just wanting to do sexy cosplay. That don't care anything about it. They just want to just show off their bodies, just get into that and stuff like that. But they didn't. They talked about it briefly, but they didn't go into it. They even show this chick wearing some sexy Captain Marvel, not Captain, Miss Marvel clothes, that doesn't know anything about this stuff, that doesn't know anything about the Avengers, doesn't know anything about Miss Marvel. She just want to wear some shit that just make her look sexy, And I thought they were gonna, for the clicks. So I thought they were gonna dig into that and get into that about basically how you got this over-religious, overbearing mother that doesn't want to. Because the one thing about Miss Marvel is that she can't be. I'm talking about the Kamala Khan version, not the Carol Danvers version. The Kamala Khan version can't be overly sexualized. That's just not in the DNA. It's not in the character. Now, Carol Danvers, when she was Miss Marvel, she was always sexualized. But of course, when they made her Captain Marvel, they kind of toned that down, made her more gender neutral, gave her the captain thing. They did that on purpose, because she was basically a sex symbol in the 70s, or as much as a sex symbol a comic book character could be in Marvel, But I'm trying to think what else I could say about this show. Like I said, some of the jokes were hit or miss. It's pretty much a typical Disney stuff. But like I said, if you grew up watching TGIF, with Step by Step and Full House and Sister and Family Matters and Smart Guy and all the shit like that, Wonder Years, all that shit like that, it's right in there. Boy Meets World, it's right there. It could fit, you could stick it right there in the behind. Because I think with Miss Marvel, I think the plan with this show was always to make it a show. I don't think it was ever going to be a movie like Hawkeye was at one time, or anything. I think it was just going to be a TV show because that's the format the show always was. Let's see, we got lots of parallels to origin of Avengers, Endgame, Festival Party, relationship with parents. I like the background animations. Yeah, it basically was trying to feel like Spider. I think it was trying to feel like Spider-Verse. I think that's the angle that the Spider-Man movies were trying to do. But of course, they were a lot bigger. Of course, you got them teaming up with Iron Man and shit like that, and Avengers popping in left and right, and multiverse and shit like that. But at the beginning, it did feel like it was okay. What is the ground level feel about the Avengers? And I feel like that's what this show is doing. But all right, what you thought about it?
Well, I think back to about the Spider-Verse. I think Kamala Khan is a Spider-Man inspired character. The Peter Parker motif. The teenage superhero juggling the pressures of adolescence, the pressures of high school, with being a superhero. That's Kamala Khan's arc in the comics, and that's Peter Parker. So there's those connections between that. So that I thought that was pretty strongly, highlighted as far as the neurotic superhero. She's dealing with all the pressures of coming of age, growing up, and then she gets these powers and then has to learn the responsibility of the powers. I thought that was all right. But as far as the show, I thought it was like a slightly better Naomi.
I saw the comment earlier. It reminded me more of Stargirl than that, because it was the same thing. And that's the thing about this. Like when you said the Spider-Man motif, you hit the nail right on the head, because this is the same thing. Dorky teenager gets superpowers. So Hollywood was about to learn what Stan Lee learned back in the 60s, long time ago. That storyline is a license to print money. anytime you do that storyline, you make money. Static, Miles Morales, Miss Marvel, Naomi, like we're talking about, Stargirl, like we're talking about, Smallville, all this shit like that. It was the same thing. Anytime you do that, it's a hit. You know, whether you like it or not. I mean, because guess what?
Yeah.
Marvel finally made a show aimed at kids. Wow. Then why did it take so long? I mean, like aimed directly at kids. You know, it's weird, but yeah, that's the shit we're doing now. So
yeah. But I like the like visually, like I surprisingly like this a lot better than I thought I was going to, because yeah, it is a show. I'm not in the demographic, obviously, you know, but I think what kept me interesting is the visual style. It popped a lot. I liked how it used like comic book art and incorporated it into the filmmaking with the stuff going on in the backgrounds, her thoughts, the thought bubbles, you know, stuff that we've seen in like Into the Spider-Verse, and just using comic book art as incorporating that into, you know, cinema, you know, making it cinema, making comic book art cinematic. And I really dug on that. A lot of the shots, a lot of the stuff going on in the background, you know, seeing the things in the back or her thoughts in the background. I thought that was really cool, you know.
Or like when she's laying down, the camera like rotates around and stuff like that. Like they actually put thought into the stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
it was very visually engaging. Yeah. So that's like I said, it was totally CW, but just with more money.
Right. And you know what? I kind of knew the visual style was going to be up past what we normally expect in a sitcom, because these are the same guys that did Bad Boys 4 or 3.
Oh, really?
Which is 3 or 3? 3. Bad Boys 3. It was called Bad Boys 4 Life, but it's Bad Boys 3. That's the weirdest shit ever. So the instant that movie ended, Marvel gave those guys a call, and they wanted to, because you know they're Middle Eastern also, you know, as they were like, yeah, do the Miss Marvel thing. And you know, so far it's pretty good, you know. I mean, like I said, for visual style, everything like that. Everything else is typical sitcom stuff you expect. Hold up. Keith T. Jim is listening right now. He wanted you to ask about Dark Winds. I don't know what that is.
Oh, we were just discussing that, like Keith. Yeah, we were just discussing that before we started recording. I only watched the first episode. I want to watch the second one and get a more, you know, get a better handle on it, and then collect my thoughts, because I just watched it before we started recording. But yeah, I figure at some point I'm going to talk about Dark Winds and all that. But I've been on the internet kind of registering my concerns about the show already. But overall, I enjoyed it, you know, for the most part. You know, I'm just glad that native actors are getting some work. So
nice.
But yeah,
we will revisit
in the next week or two. Yeah, let me watch the rest of the episodes, and I'll chime in on it.
All right, now I think we're doing Miss Marvel. We may revisit Miss Marvel. We'll see, unless it goes to some epic cosmic shit. If it's just more, you know, TGIF, Family Matters shit, and be like, okay.
And one thing I will say about Miss Marvel is it's funny that it's leaning into nostalgia, because Avengers movies are over 10 years old now, that now it's drawing now those original, you know, Iron Man.
The kids
phase one
now.
Phase one is now nostalgia.
Yeah, like there are kids that grew up with the MCU now.
Yeah.
You know,
so
going to college and
think
everything.
That's some, you know, I don't know if it's clever or not, but hey, nostalgia sells. The member berries. The member berries are hanging low.
616 man, what's going on? Yeah, Black Adam, The Rock, the movie. You know what? And I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't think anybody expecting anything else but that, you know.
Super rock.
Now, especially for my girls. Yeah, like I said, Fat T, they will love it. If you got girls, I don't see why they wouldn't like this show.
Yeah, you know? it's she's a, you know, a girl of color, growing up in a contemporary setting, dealing with the same shit. Yeah, she's got a YouTube channel. She's all into like nerdy shit, and then she gets
cosplay, all this shit like that. So
and people are kind of freaking out over the way she got her powers, and it ain't the mist. And
okay. First off, let me address that, because that was the thing, and I kind of held off on that. But now I understand to a point why Marvel changed that stuff. One, because her stretchy power shit does kind of look like Mr. Fantastic, and they gonna, you know, they want Mr. Fantastic to be the guy. So they can't have two stretchy people. They can't have Plastic Man and Elongated Man on the same team running around and shit. You know, can't do that.
Yeah.
2, she can't be tied to Inhumans because the Inhumans suck. That's why. So they can't have her
But
have
dude,
miss shit.
Lockjaw, man, Lockjaw.
And right, and even the actress pissed. I want to be an Inhuman. Shut the fuck up. You don't want to be. You can be whatever the fuck Kevin Feige tells you to be. You know.
That could be Marvel's Baby Yoda, Lockjaw.
Right. They tried and failed spectacularly, you know.
But it just seems like she's got the bracelet. It just seems like she was getting the magic minority trinket with the super abilities, and that's what gave it. They're trying to tie it to the culture, or maybe tie it to Moon Knight, you know, or something.
Well,
like
that's
that.
the thing, because I'm still trying to figure out where that brace comes from. Okay, yes, you could say trying to tie it to the culture. In my opinion, well, one of my first thoughts were that they were trying to tie it to the quantum bands, and the quantum bands are tied to another superhero that they'll probably never have in Marvel Universe, Quasar. Oh, not only Quasar got the quantum bands from Captain Marvel. I mean, like the OG Captain Marvel, Marvel got it from him, who also got it from another guy called Marvel Boy. So it's been passed down to the Marvels. So I'm thinking, like, if you give her quantum bands, it make her more Marvel-y. So when you put her in with the rest of the Marvels, she kind of more fits in, where you got Captain Marvel with shooty powers, and, you know, Spectrum with shooty powers, and now she's got shooty powers. I think she wouldn't fit in if she had stretchy powers. So it's all, you know, it's family thing, I guess. I don't know if
she does. Yeah. It looked more like Green Lantern-ish, like instead of Embiggen. You know,
well, but that's what Quasar was. It
looked like she was just gonna form a giant arm or something, like kind of like Green Lantern, you know.
And plus, let's be honest, when we're translating to TV, those shooty lighting effects are easier to pull off than having her stretch. We've seen stretchy powers in these movies before, and they don't work. We've seen what it looked like in those Jessica Alba Fantastic Four movies. So let's just save our budget, do lightning stuff, make it look more realistic. We can make it that easier to make. Nobody will complain. Of course, people are going to complain anyway, so doesn't matter. I didn't think people got that really pissed off about stretchy powers anyway. If you're going to do that, why don't you just make a new character? Like, what the fuck, man? She still stretches, just lightning stretches. Whatever. I mean, it still feels like Kamala Khan. From what I know of Kamala Khan, it still feels like her. You know.
She was pretty... No, the actress was fine. And I heard 616 man,
She's upset about this 616 thing. Look, what's today? Today is the 13th. Okay, so we can't do anything for June the 16th. Sorry, 616 man, we can't do anything for June the 16th because we won't be recording that day. I may make a post, but people are getting too bitchy about this whole 616 thing. I'm not going to get into it. It's like it's not that big of a deal. Here's how I think about the 616 thing. Now, people are saying that the MCU isn't the 616. It's Earth 199999, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, whatever shit like that. I don't know what the fuck, you know. But the comics are 616. So in my mind, how I rationalize it, because I thought about it, you know, the comics are the 2D plane, the 2D multiverse. So that's 616. Leave it alone. Meanwhile, you got the MCU, which is the 3D plane, 616. So they're both 616, just on three-dimensional thing. That's how I rationalize it. And if I put too much thought into it, yes, I did. But that's okay.
I just thought, these are movies.
Like, it's
they are
not
adapting.
that serious.
They're just a movie. They're just adapted from the funny books. They're just,
look,
that's all.
Ask Gomer. Gomer is pissed about this shit. Gomer is pissed. He is triggered over this shit. Agree. You get tired to the humans. People will completely be confused. Yeah, they don't want to do anything with the Inhumans. You know, just leave her alone. Actress is an interview fan. Yeah, school. The MCU is based on. Yeah, that's the thing. And people are pissed off about just because she's got shooty lightning powers instead of stretchy powers. Like the MCU don't change shit all the time. They do whatever the fuck they want to. So why die on this hill? I don't get it. Is
anybody complaining about hot Aunt May? No.
People were ageism. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Get out the way. But it's just all multiverse. So yeah, let's move on past that. And plus, it's like DC, the way I think about it. Like in DC, no matter what Earth you go to, every Earth thinks they're Earth 1. So if you go to Injustice Universe, think they're Earth 1. You go to Black Superman Universe, evil Nazi Superman Universe, they all think they're Earth 1 because no matter where you go, it's different. So it may be the same in Marvel. Every universe thinks they're the 6. I'm sorry. I'm too much thought into this. X-Men are better than humans. I mean, yeah, water is wet.
Well, yeah.
All right. Okay, Eli.
And
I'm gonna let
I
you
ain't
jump
even
in.
an X-Men fan, and I agree.
You don't like the Inhumans? What? Okay. Oh man. All right. So this is on you, Eli. Like I said, I want to hear you talk about and I want you to spoil it for me. Let it rip. Don't care. Give it to me. Whatever you got.
Well, there's not much to say about the new episode of Obi-Wan other than I was wrong. All that shit that I bitched about last week, I was just bitching to the wind. O'Shea Jackson is not Quinlan Voss. Quinlan Voss didn't even show up yet. So
okay,
O'Shea Jackson.
But you said yet. You said yet. So he's coming.
Yeah, well, who knows if he's going to show up? But O'Shea Jackson is playing some other character. That's not even a Jedi. So he's just a dude. He's just a guy, a rebel, someone on the Rebel Alliance. But his wife was killed. Wife was a Jedi or was Force sensitive, and she was killed by the Inquisitors. So
wait. Okay, hold up. He had a wife that was a Jedi.
Yeah,
she was married. Wasn't that like
this is 10 years after? 10 years after Order 66, man. They can.
Okay. Fuck it.
Jedi can get laid now, man.
She just grabbed the first dick she could find after Order 66. She's like,
yeah, yeah. So people are speculating who she was, or because that's what Star Wars fans do. But this episode was a little bit. Yes, this episode was a little bit of a lull. They, Obi-Wan, Leia got captured by the Inquisitors, and they took her back to the Inquisitor fortress, and Obi-Wan had to go break her out, go save her. One big revelation that did show up, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen, is that the base or the fortress that the Inquisitors are in, they have a tomb of a bunch of dead Jedi down there. So that was the pretty big wow moment. All the a bunch of dead Jedi corpses are being preserved in these tanks and stuff like that. Of course, people was like, "Ooh, did you see Mace Windu?" That's not Mace Windu. Dude had both his hands. So
maybe they regrew it. Keep hope alive.
Well, yeah.
So no better. What the hell is Inhumanoids?
Inhumanoids. Is he talking about that cartoon Inhumanoids back in the day? Yeah,
I know the Herculoids. Okay. Thank you, Fat T, for getting high to our podcast. Can you get bigger? Yeah. So I got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. So I mean, it was fine. I mean, yeah, Obi-Wan show hasn't been mind blowing for me. It's not totally jerking me off or anything. It's been fine. But yeah, not much happened, and Quinlan Voss hasn't showed up yet. Who knows if he will? But O'Shea Jackson isn't Quinlan Voss, so we can all calm down. And he's still alive.
Okay, so right, because he died. Order 66 didn't get him. So hold up.
Yeah,
let's go to the colors. What do we got here? Answered the twist. Jabba ate the who? Ate what Jedi?
He ate a Jedi.
I don't remember that.
I don't know what that is. Unless I missed something.
Maybe
I was high and missed something.
You can't get high watching Star Wars, or maybe you can. I don't know. All right. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to skip Video Game 6 this week. I know there's a whole bunch of shit that dropped. That Xbox had some kind of big thing. I didn't watch it. Sorry. I was working. Not this. Actual work. Getting paid, to pay rent, So I didn't get a chance to watch it. Sorry, I dropped the ball. But we're just going to jump right into the next section. Like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies. We'll talk about the comic books. And Eli, a lot of stuff actually dropped this week that I want to talk about. Some big stuff happened, Okay. But I'm going to let you go first, see what we got. So.
Oh, really? Oh, I read boring shit.
Really? Okay.
Well, the shit that you read, I read too. So. But,
okay. Well, I read some of the shit you read.
What should I start out? Yeah, I guess I'll go with Poison Ivy.
We saving it because I read it too. We're gonna say Poison Ivy. We're gonna say Poison Ivy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to go first?
Fuck. Okay.
Or should I do Aquaman? I'll get Aquaman. How about Aquaman?
Okay. Let's do Aquaman. Okay.
Aquaman Andromeda #1. This is a Black Label book. The DC Black Label is the non-continuity, storylines that and can go a little adult oriented as far as like, they can swear and show nudity, but they swear. Basically, they swear and go and show more graphic violence. So, this is Aquaman.
Hold up, before you go. Keith hit it with some more. I'm gonna let you go. Okay, so Keith, sorry, he's on the Comic Book Bullies fan page, so I can't post it up here. But basically, he was asking, he's basically asking about Punisher. Are they gonna change Punisher origin story that made him Punisher? No, they're not gonna do that. Matter of fact, they already did that last week. We just didn't review it because we don't care about the book. What they did was change the first person he killed when he was a kid or some shit, but it didn't really change him.
Oh, that Jason Aaron, that new the Punisher Ninja book.
Yeah,
talking about that. Yeah, I'm not even reading that.
Yeah, I stopped reading it. I'm gonna read it in trade, but that's what Keith is talking about right there. So yeah, they changed some shit, but
I have
but
no
in
idea
the grand scheme of things, what they changed doesn't matter. Punisher Frank's still Frank. So okay, Aquaman. Andromeda. Okay.
Aquaman Andromeda. So basically, this refers to there's this Andromeda is a top secret experimental submarine that the government has made, and they sent to Point Nemo. Now, Point Nemo, for those who don't know, is an actual place on Earth. It's in the Pacific Ocean. It's what they call the spaceship graveyard. NASA, all the space programs around the world, NASA, Russia, China, when the spaceships or space shuttles and rockets enter back into the Earth's atmosphere, they crash land into this area of the Pacific Ocean, and that's where all the space garbage is, and they call it the spaceship graveyard. It's like the furthest place in the ocean that's from land. That's the furthest from land. It's in middle of the Pacific Ocean. So anyways, this submarine, this top secret experimental submarine gets called to go check out this.
I got a question. Did you know that before you read this book? You just knew that at the top of your head?
I've known about. I didn't know what it was called, but I did know.
I didn't know that. I've never heard of that before. Okay.
Yeah, that there is an area where all the space garbage goes, in the sea. I just didn't point
the
Nemo.
More you know. Okay.
And I'm sure they're talking to Captain Nemo from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Or Finding Nemo,
Or Finding, who's reference to Nemo, Captain Nemo. But anyways, this submarine gets called there because something fell from space that wasn't a man-made rocket. So they go there to go check it out, and they get attacked by a big giant Kraken monster. Aquaman goes there and starts saving everybody. And then Black Manta also goes there. He's on his way there to go find out whatever the fuck it is. They got everybody going there to find out what the hell landed in the sea. Not sure what it is. And they don't really imply what it is. So it kind of like ended very like ambiguous. So interesting premise. The art is cool, but I felt a little empty of an ending. Like it didn't like maybe go, oh wow, I got to pick up the next issue, So I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Like I said, the art was Ram V, who's doing. He's
writing this. Okay, yeah.
Art was really cool, and the idea is really cool, but yeah, it was a little bit lackluster, I guess. And maybe there's another book that I read this week called Where Starships Go to Die, which is the same premise. It's Point Nemo.
Wow. Is it a DC book or is it?
No, I think Aftershock or Dynamite did it. It's an indie book, but it takes place in the future though, where something falls into the Point Nemo, that place, the spaceship graveyard, and a bunch of, a team of scientists go check it out. And they dig up something and weird shit starts happening. I read these 2 books back to back, and maybe that wasn't a good idea because they're both the same idea. It's the same premise in both books. So yeah, where spaceships go to die, and Aquaman, Andromeda #1 both deal with Point Nemo. Yeah, 3 out of 5 on both of them. So,
Okay. Knock 2 out for the price of 1. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Oh, come here. Let's go to the colors. Let's see what we got. Yeah, 8 Jedi. New Aquaman book feels like it. Cameron style Aquaman pitch. Like what was that movie? Cocoon? Was it Cocoon?
Abyss. The Abyss.
Abyss.
Yeah.
Did he do Cocoon? He didn't do Cocoon.
That was
did he?
Ron Howard.
Oh,
Ron Howard.
same movie. The 80s was just a blur, man. That's why I don't know who Kate Bush is. Anyway. Let's see. Now we're gonna so now it's on me. We're going to talk about Dark Crisis. Yes, this is another crisis.
I did
DC.
not read this book.
You did not read this. I kind of figured you wouldn't.
Why knew you were
Like,
going
if I
to tell me
would've-
about it?
Yeah, I think if I would bet money, I'd be like, Eli's not going to read this Dark Crisis, or any crisis for that matter. But yeah, this is another crisis, but this is the crisis, the end all crisis. And I still really don't know what this book is about. All we know so
Didn't
far
they
is
say that
just-
with Death Metal or something? Or
yeah,
what?
like actually they said it before Death Metal. This is the crisis, the end all crisis. We're not gonna do any more crisis. Then they
The
made him do another crisis.
Antichrist.
Right, the anti-crisis. That's what got Dan Didio fired. Because they're like, we're gonna do a crisis, we're gonna do the crisis. You're fired. Do this crisis. Did that crisis. Now we got another crisis. I don't even know I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about this book. But anyway, for those people know what happened, the book before this, or 2 books before this, Justice League is dead. Dead, like dead, like turned into ashes. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all your favorites, dead. John Stewart, dead. So
Dead.
now you got a bunch of new dudes running around. And Hal Jordan. Why Hal Jordan, I don't know, but he's just here. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, okay. So it basically starts off with and this is an awesome panel. This is like a poignant panel where they're in front of the Hall of Justice and all the super. Okay, the artist. I don't know who this guy is. He's awesome though. They need to give him a raise because it's not a normal guy they use. But this panel is awesome. Yeah. So it's Nightwing. Basically, they holding a vigil. They're holding a ceremony from the Hall of Justice, basically talking about how we missed the Justice League, and Justice League is going to carry on through all of us. So we need to carry on their legacy. And they built statues of all the Justice League members in front of the Hall of Justice. And just having a conversation. Meanwhile, in the distance, you can see some other guys holding candles at the top of the building, and it turns out it's the Legion of Doom. Or I'm just calling Legion of Doom just because they are. And they're led by Deathstroke. So all that bullshit that would happen with the Alpha War or whatever shit you read, Eli.
Shadow War.
Doesn't matter. And it was all written by the same guy. So he he doesn't care what happened.
Joshua Williamson writing this shit?
He's writing this shit. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't care. So he blows out a candle also for the Justice League.
Daniel, what did it say? Daniel who?
It just showed me Daniel Sam. I've never heard of this guy before. Never heard of him. Yeah, don't know.
Alejandro Sanchez and colors. All right.
All right.
Well,
So we're the U.S. Yeah, good job. Yeah, so we're at the U.S. Capitol, and you got Superman and Flash punching cult members, and like, who are these guys? And one yell, Cobra. Now there are rumors that G.I. Joe Cobra got their Cobra from these Cobras, but we're not gonna go there. It's all rumors, speculation. We don't know. Anyway, they're tearing up the Capitol. We're not going to get into it. I already know people are going to go there. We're not going to go there. Anyway, Cobra is just just tearing up shit. They're just like, it's Cobra. These guys are like B-listers. Why are they just destroying shit like that? And the reason they're destroying shit, and meanwhile, every page has a crosshair on a different superhero, but we're going to get into it later on. It's Deathstroke. Fuck it, it's Deathstroke. Anyway, the thing is, Cobra is doing all this watch, and basically it's all over the earth. Everybody, supervillains are all over the place, just all acting all crazy, willy-nilly in every part of the country, basically because the Justice League's dead. So like the Justice League's dead, it's free reign. We just do whatever the hell we want to, So while they're sending out more tanks about to attack the Capitol, okay, a big boot goes down, so we know who that is. It's Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan's like, look, I went on vacation in the first time in years. I come back and y'all letting Cobra run crazy. What the hell? What the hell is going on? Like, Justice League is dead, right? Like, wait, what? And so like, who told you the Justice League was dead? So then they go to Black Adam. Black Adam told the Justice League was dead. He was like, man, Hal Jordan was crazy. I was with the Justice League. We were running down, fighting these bad guys, and it was like Darkseid, Ares, Doomsday, Spectre, switch sides, all the evilest dudes of the evil dudes came in there, whooped our ass. But then this dude called Pariah came down there, wiped them out with ass, just like it was nothing, just pointed his finger at him and killed everybody. I was the only one that escaped by my lightning, and I barely got here with my life to save. But sorry, I couldn't save the Justice League. And Hal Jordan just looked like, the fuck? So you telling me the only person that told you the Justice League was dead was Black Adam, the dude that tried to just kill us a couple weeks ago? Like, well, his story checks out. Like, it's Black Adam. How the fuck his story check out? You know, so they asked all the mystics and all the supervillains and all stuff like that, and everybody's saying the same thing. Like, we can't find the Justice League, like nowhere in the multiverse, you know. And basically, Hal's looking like, look, Hal's looking at Wally just like, look, I understand the Superboy back there, but you, Wally, I'm disappointed in you. Barry trained you better than this. What do you do at a crime scene when you first get there? You follow the evidence. Exactly. You follow the evidence. So that's what we're going to do. Find out what happened. Make sure the Justice League is dead. Don't just go by Black Adam's testimony, because that didn't even make any damn sense right there, you know. And Superman's like, well, what about all the people that are, all the supervillains that are, you know, doing crazy shit? Well, that looks like a job for Superman. You want to be Superman, right? Put on your big boy pants. And they just fly and run off. They're like, oh, shit. So, you know, so John's just like, well, what the fuck I do? So he stares there, look at the Trinity, you know, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, looks at him. He's like, well, what should I do? You know, and he looks at his dad. He's like, I know it. I know what I'm going to do. And then he flies off, you know. Brazil. I just like saying that Street Fighter shit. But anyway, they go to Brazil. So you already know what he's doing. He's gonna find Wonder Girl. She's getting a fight. It's a rainfire going on, but it's called by some kind of hell demon shit like that. He goes there. I'm gonna skip past shit because I don't care. Anyway, he tries to recruit Wonder Girl. She says no. Moving on. New York. He tries to recruit Black Batman. Yeah.
BIPOC Batman.
BIPOC Batman, that's right. So he goes there, he's chasing out some bad guys, stuff like that. Superman shows in, takes him out, no problem. You know, and he's just like, what the fuck you do that for? He was like, I was trailing them so they could leave me their supplier. Now that you just beat them, now I don't know what a supplier is. He's like, well, shit. Well, you want to join the Justice League? You're like, no. Well, the Justice League need a Batman. And he did? Joining y'all? Well, go ask one of the Robins. You know, I'm out. And so he just drives off and that's it, you know. See, like, shit. So the next page, the next panel is basically him asking anybody at this point. Just in the, like, anybody he can find, anybody would say yes, he's just asking them, you know. So he finally gets to Black Adam. He's like, Black Adam, I want to show you something. I have recruited the Justice League. And you look at the team, and you got like Harley Quinn and Aqualad and Dr. Light, Killer Frost, and Booster Gold. So this panel was leaked online like weeks ago. People were like, what the fuck? But guess what? When Black Adam sees it, he says the same thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, this ain't no damn Justice League. He's like, come on, man, we can do this, man. Join my team, man. Join the Justice League. He's like, this ain't no fucking Justice League. He's like, first off, how old are you? And then he looks at Killer Frost. This one's gonna stab you in the back. He looks at Harley Quinn. This one's crazy. Ain't gonna stab you in the back. Fish Boy, he's okay. But the rest of them, and like, and why do you need two Blue Beetles? I said the same thing in a post. It's like, hey, plus the rest of these guys suck, man. What the hell are you doing, man? He's like, first off, these aren't Justice League members. They need the Justice League, not children. You know, look, son of Kal-El, you trying to run before you can walk. I know what you're trying to do, but you're not ready for this. Plus, we know who needs to lead a Justice League team. Not this Justice League team, a real Justice League team. And it cuts to Nightwing. That's who needs to run the Justice League team. Just cut to Nightwing. Just cut to this shit. He's training them. I do want to say this, like, so the Teen Titans are back, even though they were never a thing in the New 52. Cyborg's acting like he just all buddy with everybody, even though he wasn't even with them. But now he's with them. So, booyah. Okay. So anyway, one of the Teen Titan recruits has a bomb strapped to his chest, and it blows up. So it blows up part of Teen Titans Tower. And meanwhile, with Teen Titan Towers, you got the whole bunch of bad guys, the Legion of Doom, rushing in there. Let's just break them down. So you got Wolfman right here, Skeletor, Miles Morales, Cardi B. So, and just a whole bunch of people just running around here, just attack everything, you know. And leading them by Deathstroke. So Deathstroke is like fucking evil now. Why? I don't know. I didn't read that Alpha book. I don't know. And who the hell is this? Why does she have a apron on? I don't know. Anyway, bad guys. So they find Beast Boy, and they're just like, Beast Boy was spying on you. And he's like, you won't stop us, Slade. You won't tear down the Teen Titans Tower. They're like, I don't want to tear down the Teen Titans Tower. I want to leave it up. It's a graveyard for you. And he points a gun at Beast Boy and bam, shoots him in the face. Dead. Out of there. So we go to the second multiverse, and basically you got Pariah out there, basically saying, I killed the Justice League, but the Justice League needed the darkness because the darkness, how they were made, a blown up planet, dead parents, they need the darkness. So what I'm going to do is rebuild my own Justice League using the symbols of the old Justice League, and I'm going to destroy the multiverse. Yeah. So that's what we got. Yeah. So the ending, I'm like,
what the fuck? Huh?
Yeah. I guess it just gonna come back. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's what I'm saying. It's like
this is why I didn't read it.
No, here's the thing, Eli. I'll be honest with you. When Josh Williamson was writing, I don't like that guy. I don't like him. I think he's very mid-tier, C-level. He's workmanlike. He's there when you need to get a job done. If you need a big crossover event, you don't get that guy. Because if you get that guy, you get mediocre shit like this. That's my thing. You need your heavy hitters. You need your Scott Snyders, even though he's gone, doing shit. But whatever he's doing, you need that. Fuck. Well, don't get Bendis. Don't get Bendis. I just thought about that. No. Hell no.
Grant Morrison or
no, because we're going to be spending 5 months just trying to figure out and breaking down the first issue of Grant Morrison do it. So yeah. We're going to do more reboots.
Detective Chimp, head of the Justice League.
Right, just weird shit,
Yeah.
But that's my thing. 616, man. They just rebooted it. Like maybe not even a year ago.
They're rebooting it every fucking every year.
At least it used to be a 5-year gap. It used to be a 5-year gap at first. 5-year gap. Let's do some tidying up. Let's do some house cleaning. Let's do some little stuff. This wasn't even a year ago. They rebooted everything, and now they're redoing it again.
Yeah, dark death metal death metal, and then they had the future state and
I don't know.
Yeah, then rebirth, and
they're just gonna do it again. They're gonna reboot it next year. So fucking.
This is why. I let you. I
did like the shitty Justice League scene. I did like that. That was.
It had its moments. It
had its moments, but overall the story is like, huh? Why? Okay. What you got, Eli?
What do I have? Am I doing Poison Ivy now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh!
Okay. Well, the only other one I got is this the very last final girl, or no, it's the last. Hold on, let me.
Look, I got it. The very final last girls, number 2.
Yeah. Yes.
I can remember it either. So.
Yeah. Which the last final girl is actually a book by Stephen Graham Jones, that native horror writer, which it was a slasher novel, which I've actually read. So so this is the last very final girls or some. I forget already. The very final last girls. So this is a horror book. This is basically, it's got a kind of a cool premise. It's an indie book. I forget what the label is called, who does it, but this girl, she survives like a zombie outbreak. Zombies running around. She's boarded up in her house with her sister who's sick. I think she got bit, but she cut off her limbs and shit. But then the government comes in and rescues them. And they throw her into this like secret government program where other girls who have survived metaphysical horror situations like slashers or, haunted houses or any kind of, alien invasion, dream sorcerers like Freddy Krueger type guys, any girl who survived that, they get thrown into this program where they are training and rehabilitating them. So it's basically a group of final girls teaming up. And there seems to be a threat going on, some sort of weird supernatural killer is going around doing shit. And it's only 2 issues so far. It's cool. It's a cool idea. It just drags a little bit. but the idea I think is strong enough where I think I'm going to keep reading this because I am a horror fan. I dig slashers. I dig, the idea of, the final girl is a motif in horror movies now. The last remaining survivor who has to take on the
Ripley's
killer.
the final girl,
Ripley's the final girl. Sidney Prescott, Laurie Strode.
And normally, hell, Sarah Connor.
That was a slasher motif. Yeah.
And
Nancy
it's almost a trope, like when they are final girls, when they come back in the sequels, they come back as badasses.
Yeah, Nancy from Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, So I dig the idea that all these final girls get together and form some sort of super team, and take on a threat. I think that's pretty cool. So, So like I said, it drags a little bit, but the idea is strong enough where I think I'm gonna check it out. So I give it a 4 out of 5, just for.
And plus the cool cover idea. Is a homage to what, Friday the 13th, first one.
Friday the 13th, yeah.
Yeah. So I know a little something, like
And the first issue was a homage to Evil Dead. Had an Evil Dead,
Right, had hand up and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
So all right.
Check it out if you're into horror, indie horror. So yeah.
All right, so next book we're gonna do, and I didn't do this one first. Thor number, what is it, 26? Are we really that high up? Anyway, Hulk versus Thor. This book is getting nuttier and nuttier as we go along. You did read it, didn't you? Okay, yeah, I know you read it. Okay, yeah, this book is getting out there. It's getting out there. Like I said, Hulk versus Thor. I think this is part 4 of this storyline. I think if you remember. For those that haven't been keeping up, basically what's going on is that Hulk got so angry that he recreated the gamma bomb that created him times 1,000, and it was enough to Hulk out Thor. So Thor is a Hulk now. Thor smash.
He's been infected. Yeah, that was a thing in the Al Ewing series. Hulk, any Hulk being, She-Hulk, regular Hulk, Joe Fixit, Abomination, anybody who's been infected with gamma can now infect other people around them with gamma.
Yeah, and they even name it. They even name it in this book, like what's the name of the thing that can do it. But we'll jump into it. Okay, so like I said, Thor is Hulk. Hulk is Thor, or whatever. Yeah, it did come into play because, like I said, he's smashing the Rainbow Bridge. So that
sounds like some Buddhism shit. Like emptiness is form is emptiness.
All right, so it starts off with Thor as the Hulk, and he says Thor smash. So he smashes into that celestial ironmonger buster Hulk thing. But like it just smashed through that shit, and then the celestial armor tries to just defend itself, shooting Thor Hulk, and then he rips his arm off and beats him with it. I love it. Anytime a comic does it, I love it. You always get a plus for me on that. And meanwhile, Tony is outside of it, just look like, man, what the hell, and he's like, man, stay back, Thor, calm down, this isn't you. And Thor is about to turn him into a finely minted paste with the punch. Before he can do it, Hulk shows up, smacks him, punches him through that celestial Hulk buster or through a mountain, one of them, or both, I don't know. And then Tony's just like, Bruce? And he's like, Bruce isn't home. They're like, oh shit. You're like, you might want to run. And that's when Thor comes back and just smashes right into him. Thor is just like a final girl, his damn self, run away and shit. And Thor is just beating the living fuck out of Hulk. Because like I said, he's Thor plus Hulk. So right at this point, Hulk is getting his ass whooped, And then he cocks back and just like, Thor smash, just caves his rib, caves his chest in, Meanwhile, it goes into Banner's head, and he can feel the effects like in his head. And Odin's just like, what the hell, Banner? You gonna help me get my son back? Or you're gonna sit there and be a weakling like you always been, like everybody say you are? You're like, no, I'm gonna help out. Okay, good. All right, so what do we need to do? And Banner's like, okay, what we need to do, okay, Hulk is the main personality in the starship right now, so I have to override the ship and take over control so I can take the personality back. And Otis is like, okay, I'm pretending like I understood half of the shit you just said, but what do you need me to do? They're like, okay, I might need a favor. We don't know what the favor is, but we're gonna cut back later on to find out what the favor is. But all we know is that Otis is like, oh hell no,
I love it when Donnie Cage tries to be clever.
We see the shit coming a mile away, but let's just pretend. Let's pretend like we don't know. Like we've never read a comic before. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
You know,
This is going to be a mystery.
Anyway, more shit of Thor and Hulk just beating the shit out of each other, stuff like that. And Tony's just like, man, I got to get the hell out of here. You know, anybody help me out? So the Ravens, what Hugin and Mugen, whatever their name is, I can't remember their names. They basically,
I don't know.
Yeah, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, yeah, Hobbs and Shaw, whatever the fuck their name is, you know. All right, so they talk to him and like, Tony, we're gonna get you out of here. You're like, you gonna be out of here. So the Rainbow Bridge pops up and it's Sif. You know, Sif is there. She just like, I brought you here, Tony. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna bring Thor up here. He's like, no, that is a bad idea. I don't know if you've seen what's going on down there, but that is a bad idea. Tony, I can see everything. I know what's going on down there. So the thing is, if Thor is out of control, Hulk is not going to be able to stop him. The Sword of Asgard is going to be the one to stop him because nobody else is allowed to stop Thor other than us, you know. So that's when Thor, you know, just getting the shit kicked out of him by, well, now Hulk is starting to fight back, so kind of even. But Sif is trying to Rainbow Bridge him up to Asgard, and he stops her from doing it. He actually grabs the ground like, no, I'm not going. So she like, this is the first, she like nose bleeding, you know, it's like that like Dark Phoenix shit. Oh, he's too powerful, you know, and it gets to the point that Thor breaks the Rainbow Bridge. How? Cause reasons, you know. So the Rainbow Bridge is broken. So that means the teleporting shit to Asgard, you can't do it because you need the Rainbow Bridge, the Bifrost Bridge to do it. So done. So now they're screwed. They have no way to get Thor off of their planet, you know, or anybody on the Asgard for that reason. Yeah. So yes, the Bifrost is gone. Like it's never been broken before. It's been broken a bunch of times. But anyway, Thor's just like, oh yeah, we're totally screwed now. He's gone. The Thor I knew, he's gone. And Banner's like, no, I can still stop him. He's like, no, we can't let you stop him. Like, whatever, I'm not gonna join you, whatever left of your brain that hasn't gone crazy yet. I'm not joining your crazy ass scheme. He's like, no, you need me to stop him because I can't stop him as Hulk. Because if I stop him as Hulk, that thing called Titan, he keeps saying Titan. Like Titan is going to come out of me and possess Thor. And it's going to possess me and it's going to destroy everything. Now, unless you help me out. Now, about that favor. Now, we go back to the favor. So Odin said, hell no at first. But now he's like, well, I got no choice. So bend over. I don't know what the favor was, but anyway. So yeah, the Thor is just like, leave Thor alone. You know, the same shit we've been always saying like that. So anyway, Mjolnir is flying past him. He thinks Mjolnir is coming to him, but actually like breaks his arm, you know, and flies right past him. He's like, Thor, hammer, Hulk. And so Banner is back in the driver's seat now. And Odin's just like, you better be right about this. He's like, well, if I'm not, I guess we're going to find out. So Hulk grabs the hammer and taps it on the ground, which if you read the old Stan Lee Jack Kirby run, if you tap it on the ground and you got Mjolnir, he who is worthy possess the power of
Shazam.
Yeah, that guy. So now you have Thulk, Hulk, Thor. I'm trying to, okay, we're gonna combine this. So is it Thulk? You know what?
Or HHor.
I'm gonna call him HHor. I was just about to say HHor. The mighty HHor. That's the name of this podcast, The Mighty HHor. And he's like, you want it back? He's like, give me my hammer back. And so they just running each other. And you know, they do a whole Ninja Gaiden, NES shit. They about to clash, and boom, they hit and destroy the planet. So that black hand, crack of doom. So that black hand of God or whatever it is, gone. They destroyed it with a punch. So this turned into some crazy like YouTube screw attack death battle shit. You know that we always bet on and shit. It's turning into that. So I don't know, Eli. It's getting so crazy. I almost want to say they're jumping the shark. I don't know if I'm there yet. But I don't know how much farther you can get.
It's just big, stupid fun.
Yeah. let's just get crazy. Hulk Thor versus Thor Hulk. Okay, yeah, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Some people say Marvel is kind of be lazing on this because let's just give people more powers of the other people. You know, turn Black Panther into Spider-Man and just go at it. You know, but whatever. You know.
Yeah, this is why we still read. So I said in issue 1, this is why we read comics, so we can watch superheroes punch each other, and that's all this is. It's superheroes punching each other.
Right, and they just destroy the planet. What do you expect, man? Now we on Dragon Ball Z level shit, you know.
And we said this a year ago. Like we said last year when the Immortal Hulk ended. And Thor, like, didn't Thor kill Galactus?
Right.
You got
Wearing his
Thor
helmet on
killed
the
Galactus.
Bifrost. Yeah.
You got Hor or Hulk.
You whore.
You got Hulk. You got Hulk who killed like basically the devil down in the green door and the one below all. So yeah, like these two god killers against each other. We knew they were going to destroy the whole universe. And we said this last year. You know, when we saw this
thing
coming.
you could do. The mighty HHor. We're making it a thing.
Hashtag mighty HHor.
Mighty HHor. Oh, you sexist bastards. Anyway, all right. So you only got one book left, right?
We'll rate it, man. Would you rate it?
Destroy the Planet. It's stupid fun, man. I'm gonna give it an 8, man. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. It's stupid fun. It's stupid fun. Just have fun.
Yeah, they're destroying the galaxy with their balls, man.
Right. Just do it. Just go nuts. You know, fuck it.
They're just dropping nuts all over the galaxy and just wrecking shit.
Because it really is just like, how far can you just go? Whatever you think you go, just go past that, you know.
So just
the mighty HHor. Exactly. We are hashtagging, we are coining a phrase. Anytime you hear it came from this podcast. The mighty HHor.
Just two big muscle-bound dudes whipping out their dicks and just wrecking everything. You know,
that is true, Heinsberg. You are right.
Yes.
Greg Pak did have like an actual storyline with his crazy shit he was doing. This is no storyline. This is just fuck shit up day. Just go nuts, go crazy.
Well, that was the point.
Yeah,
but that was the point of Donny Cates' books, because he was all just setting up big giant battles. It was all just set up for a big fight. He did that, like, and I said I stopped reading his Hulk run. I was like, he's just gonna fight Thor. Just tell me when they start fighting. You know, same thing with Venom. I stopped reading Venom because Nola's coming. Fine, tell me when Nola. Right. Yeah, when Noel shows up, let me know so I can see the big giant fight. And it was just a big giant stupid fight, and it was awesome.
Everybody fighting everybody. Yeah, big galactic wars. Yeah.
And that's just Donny Cates. That's what he does. He just writes his series, just sets up a big stupid fight.
Right. So yes, is there any, meat or meaning to? No, there's no theme, nothing to break down on this one.
It's just a
what is Donny Cates really trying to say? No, what is he trying? He's trying to say two big dudes to beat the shit out of each other. That's all he's trying to say. Nothing else.
And
he got two toys smashing into each other. That's all he's doing.
And when it comes down to it, that's the only reason why we still read comics.
Yeah, we just want to see people beat the shit out of each other, man. Everything doesn't have to be Watchmen. Yeah. Shit, fuck it, just fight each other.
Yeah, yeah. It's just big stupid fun, and I'm digging it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, what you got next?
Well, all I got is, can I do Poison Ivy?
Okay, you can do Poison Ivy. You can do Poison Ivy. Only reason because I want to join in on the conversation. I actually read it all.
Yeah, you can join in, man. You can.
You take a point. You take a point, but let me at least pull up the graphics. I'll pull up the graphics. Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah.
But you can do it.
I did have an image. I mean, I had an image, but it took me all of 10 seconds to get it. But
one thing I want to talk about this Poison Ivy thing. Whoever did this variant cover, chef's kiss. I don't know who did it, but yeah.
Is that Frank Cho? That looks like a Frank.
It wasn't Frank Cho. I don't think it was Frank Cho. I don't think, even though it's very Frank Cho-ish.
All bubblicious and shit.
Yeah, see, that's why everybody wanted Megan Fox to be Poison Ivy one time, because they want. I just want to see a scene where Margot Robbie and Megan Fox and just make out for an hour and a half. And there you go. That's your movie, So I guess so. I don't know.
Nah, man, get Ice-T's wife, Coco or somebody.
Oh yeah, some video vixen just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why does Poison Ivy have a twerk scene in this movie?
Because. Just because.
Of science, reasons, the plot. Yeah. All right. So let's do this. Oh, yeah. Okay. So
this is G. Willow Wilson, right? Yeah.
This is G. Willow Wilson. See, G. Willow Wilson is a big thing this week because, like I said, we talked about Miss Marvel, and his storyline is basically based off her Miss Marvel storyline. Yeah, and like I said, Marvel was pimping her out all throughout the series. Oh, we have a Muslim. We have representation of a Muslim running a Muslim character. She's a white Muslim, though. I mean, is it the same? Is it? I don't know. That's just me. But yeah. But yeah, what do we got?
You said it. I didn't say
Oh, all the fucked up shit you say on here, but I'm canceled now. Okay. All right.
So basically this is just Poison Ivy going around just being Poison Ivy. She's sick of humanity fucking up the earth, and she's gonna go fucking destroy humanity. And she's got some sort of she's tied to the green.
Well, I think she lost her tie to the green. I think she lost her tie to the green because she was with green at first, but I think she lost it.
Yeah, because I'm not current on that Swamp Thing, the Ram V Swamp Thing. I've been reading that, and I haven't been reading any sort of poison. So I didn't know what's going on before this, but she's obviously pissed off at people, and she's going around infecting people with this gnarly ass, poison.
Now, some people are
turning
mad
them into
about
plants.
Turn them into fungus, like mushrooms.
Yeah, well, fungus.
But some people say that's a continuity error or a plot hole. I'm not that deep in the Swamp Thing lore, but okay. So for people that don't know about Swamp Thing, because this is deep in the Swamp Thing shit. So Swamp Thing is the avatar of the green. They keep talking about the green, but you also have other elements like the gray, which is the dead, the red, which is the blood, or animals or people. The clear, which is water. All this stuff. So different colors represent different elements of the fundamentals of DC Universe, So, but they say since Poison Ivy has fungus powers now, the fungus, since it's dead as a parasite itself, it actually represents the gray, not the green, which the gray is the rot.
The rot or whatever.
Right.
There's the rot.
So they're saying she's using powers of the rot, not of the green. So the gray, not the green. Now, they didn't say anything about the gray in this comic, but maybe G. Willow Wilson will bring that out later on in this book. I don't know, like in another story. But so
that
we
sounds
can't say
like
it's
a very interesting conversation. This is some
like I
deep
said,
shit now.
like I said, we may be reading way more into this Poison Ivy book, than we should. But I think that's where they might be going with it. But I don't know, But that's what it. And another thing, I'm gonna let you keep going on, but I want to talk about these mushrooms after the book is over with. But what else we got?
But that's all she's doing. She's something. And then she got into an argument with Harley at some point, and basically she's lost herself.
Harley brought her back to life because Wally West killed her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I didn't even know that. That's how.
I'm not gonna get into the reason why it's a thing. He went on a killing spree.
Yeah.
People get triggered if they hear about that.
Yeah, but basically, she's basically on this journey to get rid of humanity, and she, fucks up people along the way, turns them into fucking mushrooms, kills them and shit.
Easter egg. I don't know if everybody saw this. Okay, so the shirt that Harley Quinn is wearing right now is Frank the Plant from the Harley Quinn cartoon.
Oh, the show. Okay.
The show.
Yeah,
he doesn't exist anywhere but there. Yeah, I just looked at it. I was like, oh, Frank is there. Okay. Let's see. I remember DC during Power and Clay-based banging. What?
I don't remember that either.
I don't remember any of this shit. What the hell? Okay, yeah, that's new to me. 616. You got me on that one. So yeah, but okay.
Yeah, but that's about all I can. That's about all I got. I mean, I liked it. I really dug on it. She's talking about it's very environmental message. Humans fucking up the world, ruining the environment. She's pissed off about it. And she's pretty sadistic. That's what I dug about this. She's pretty
that's
sadistic.
What I like about it also. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
because that's the thing about it. Because like I said, Poison Ivy is a supervillain. And the problem I have with a lot of these supervillain books that get their own books, they try to make them heroes, the good guys, anti-heroes. Even Dr. Doom, they're like, oh, let's kind of make him the hero of this story. No, Poison Ivy is just a piece of shit. Yeah. Poison Ivy is just a piece of shit the whole time in this book. She doesn't like, I'm gonna be a hero or I'm gonna change my way. No, she's just a piece of shit. She is exactly what you expect from Poison Ivy in this. Killing people.
I like that she's a piece of shit.
Exactly. I like she's a piece of shit. And she likes killing people. That's the thing about it. So she didn't pretend to be a hero or anything like that.
Yeah, she's not. She's not. It's not fluffy. She's not being the cute, pretty, fluffy Poison Ivy. She's she's out straight up murdering people.
She's not trying to atone. She's not on a redemption tour. Fuck all that. She wants to kill people. That's what she wants to do.
And she's like, actually, and she even tells her victims, this isn't really bad what I'm doing. Your death is, giving life to other living things. So
Right, because because she's saying it's like with the green, it's a cycle. Like,
yeah,
okay, if
yeah,
you die, your body goes to the green and it feels the green, so it's all death and rebirth.
yeah,
So to
and
her, it's all one thing.
which is true. That's what it's supposed to happen.
Right? It's right. You what is ashes to ashes, dust to dust, all this stuff like that. Yeah. So
Yeah. But
now
again,
here's the thing.
deep philosophical themes going on
Especially
here.
if they bring the gray into this. That's the thing, like I said, for the people that don't know that much about Poison Ivy, yes, she is a Batman villain. She started off as a Batman villain, still fights Batman all the time, but they started adding more like supernatural stuff into her where she's tied into the green. So Swamp Thing is just as likely to show up in this book as Batman. Matter of fact, she even says that I got to get out of here before the Bat family shows up or the green guy, because I don't want problems with either one of them, So but here's the thing, Eli. One thing you have never asked me on this. Okay, we gotta get at this because we talked about Poison Ivy Lonely. One thing you have never asked me on this podcast, Eli. What am I most scared of more than anything in this world?
It ain't Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
So that's second. The first. Let me see if I go to it. So the first thing I am scared of more than anything in this world, I'm gonna see if I can go to it. It actually is in this Poison Ivy book.
So this triggered you.
It triggered me. Yes, I'm gonna see if I can go to it. The thing I'm scared of most than anything else in this world is cordyceps. That's what's scared of more than anything else in this world. Now, the reason I'm scared of cordyceps that's Poison Ivy's new power in this book. Now, hold on, let me see if I can get to the callers. Yeah, keep villains as villains and anti-heroes. Yes, keep villains as villains. Make villains villains again. Now, the reason I'm scared of cordyceps, because cordyceps are a real thing. Eli, you played The Last of Us, right?
I didn't finish it, but yeah, I have played it.
But you played it. You're familiar with it. Okay? Yeah. It's okay. That's
the thing. Like the plant zombies.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. The Last of Us, basically, humans were infected by cordyceps, and that's what triggered the zombie apocalypse. Now, the thing is, cordyceps are real. Like I said, that's a butterfly right there that is infected by a cordyceps. Well, people don't know what cordyceps are. They're basically mushroom parasite fungi that can affect living creatures and basically take control of them. Now, for the most part, they've only been able to do like insects, small animals, things like that. But they can control them and basically move them however they want to. They can't affect humans, but it's always that what if? What if they could control humans?
Or just
if they did that, that's how the zombie apocalypse starts.
One variant virus.
We're one variant away from a cordyceps virus that wipes us all out, and we're going to be looking like mushroom heads walking around just like The Last of Us. I'm going to be like knocking on Eli's door shit like that. Oh, I'm a mushroom head. Oh, I'm going to eat you. Shit like that because some mushroom is controlling me, So, yes, cordyceps scare me more than anything else on this planet. And Large Marge. But yeah. What do we got?
There's a movie called The Girl with All the Gifts. It's a zombie movie, but it's just like they're plant zombies. They get infected with a plant virus and turn into like plant zombies. So,
yeah, like cool. I said, if cordyceps ever mutate, in game, that's it. We're done. So that's why this shit scares me more than anything else. But yeah,
but I really dug on this book. It's a toss up between this and the Banner War for Book of the Week for me. So, but I really enjoyed this. So, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. It was gory. It was like, it leaned into horror, like body horror thing, like The Thing and shit like that. And like Last of Us. And Poison Ivy was fucking badass.
See, I can't give it a 5 out of 5 yet because I have to know whether or not it ties into the gray. If it ties to the gray, 5 out of 5. If it don't, I gotta give it I gotta knock it. Because I make sure it's not a plot hole. That's it. Should I do one more book or are we good?
It's up to you, man.
I'll do it. Okay. Yeah. Last book I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do that bullshit CW Earth Prime Flash shit. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna spare you on that. That was, man, that book was terrible. But yeah. What ain't about him? It was about his kids doing stupid shit. Yeah. Last book I'm gonna do Amazing Spider-Man number 3. I'm doing Amazing Spider-Man number 3.
With your boy Romita Jr.
With John Romita Jr. Yeah, I'm doing it. All right, let's jump into it. I'm gonna just go into it.
It's funny that you're still on this book, and I
am because I've started, and I'm just like, you know what? I kind of want to know because they did leave on a nice cliffhanger last time, so I kind of want to know where they go.
You're a completionist.
I am a completionist. Yes. So yes, this is Tombstone caught Spider-Man in the last book, and they took him to his hideout in Harlem, and that's where the book starts. So yes, let's just jump into it. All right. So the book starts off actually with Mary Jane's boyfriend, husband. We don't really know what this guy is. God damn it, click. Okay. We don't know who this guy is. All I know, he's on the phone with Mary Jane. He's gonna say, look, I'm about to go see Peter Parker. I'm about to have a conversation with him. And you just hear him on the phone. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get violent. Yeah, I know what happened to the last guy, but he deserved that shit. I'm gonna just talk to Peter Parker. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be cool. So he gets there, and the other guy that been on Peter, looking for Peter for the last 3 issues. He's just like, oh, you looking for Peter Parker? Me too. I'm looking for Peter Parker also. Like, what the hell you want? Well, Peter Parker owes the hospital $1,500, and he just skipped out on the bill. So I'm here to collect the money. And matter of fact, that's why I've been on him. I've been on his aunt, and nobody wants to pay the money. And I'm here until he comes down and give me the money. Mary Jane's husband just like, how much does he owe you? He owe you $1,500. You take Venmo? You take Cash App? Okay. And they put their phones together, and that's it. Apparently, MJ's husband, boyfriend, babe, boo, whatever you're gonna call him, pays off Peter's debts, and that's it, and leaves. He was like, because I don't want Peter to get in trouble with it like that. So I'm pretty sure whatever he's doing, he's probably just sleeping soundly. We cut to what Peter's doing. He's getting his ass beat by Tombstone. I'm just cut to it. He's basically getting his ass beat by Tombstone the whole book. He's just getting his ass beat. Tombstone actually doesn't even care about unmasking him. He's like, I don't give a shit what your mask is. Keep your mask. I brought you here for a reason. So pretty much the rest of the book is just him beating the shit out of Spider-Man. And then he starts
say that looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good. Look, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I'm not gonna sit here and hate on this dude. Just that actually is a good looking panel. Now,
I did notice, some of the facial expression, the conversation between those was, oh yeah, that's Romita.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give credit to the inker, not Romita. I don't know who the inker is. But the art look good. The art looks good. I'm gonna give you credit on it. But yeah, Spider-Man's trying to break out of the chains, and normally on metal chains, he normally could break out if he puts like some oomph into it. But no matter how hard he does, he can't break out. So Tombstone is just steady beating his ass some more, and he's like, look, I brought you here to teach you a lesson. And basically he sees some guys walking in with roses. He's like, wait a minute, what you doing all those roses? He's like, I'm not talking about roses. I'm talking to you. I'm going to teach you a lesson about lions. And Spider's like, okay, I don't know what that makes sense, but okay, yeah, talking about lions. So this skip, don't care. Rewind, fast forward. Anyway, he basically tells him a story about lions. He was like, okay, so lions, for the most part, knowing for hundreds of thousands of years, have only been on this earth, mainly leave people alone. They don't mess with anybody. They stay within their comfort zone. But every now and then, they get a man eater. They'll go out, they'll attack man, they'll fuck up the ecosystem. And people smarter than me always try to find out reasons why they do that. Why does this one lion go out of his way to screw it up for the rest of the lions? And people are saying because of science, because there's low food, maybe because he got a bad molar in the back of his mouth. But nobody ever blames the lion. Nobody ever just says, bad lion. That's the reason why the lion was out of control. So if an animal does some crazy shit, you'll always make some kind of excuse for why the animal did what he did. But if I kill a man, you try to throw me in the biggest cage you can. So you're a good guy, right? You have more respect for an animal than your fellow man. So here's the thing, good guy. You already made up your mind that I'm the bad guy. You already know what I am or what you think I am, but you never asked why I am. And Spider, okay, Alonzo, why are you? You're like, well, I'm glad you asked, Spider-Man. And then he goes into his whole backstory skip.
Oh, do we get a Tombstone origin?
We get a Tombstone origin, which I think they may have told the story, but we're gonna go into it. Basically, the whole thing, he a little kid, got his ass whooped, sold his lunch money. He got tired of getting picked on. That whole thing. They spent 2 pages of just saying
he's an albino, right? He's an albino.
No, that's the thing. Let me pause for a second. I'm glad you brought that up. We're gonna pause for a second. Now, here's the thing, Eli. That would have been the reason right there. They could have just said he's an albino. That's why he's supervillain. But they don't go there. And I think, me personally, because it was a white writer, he doesn't want to go down that road. He's thinking it, but he doesn't want to go down that road. And just straight up say he's an albino. That's why he's an asshole.
That is a touchy situation.
It's a
especially if
touchy
he's
situation.
He's a black character. Yeah.
He's a black character. So if you have a white writer writing about colorism and racism, I think that may be a little bit more above his pay grade. Now you get somebody like, John Ridley or somebody like that. That would have been the first thing he would have went to. That would have been go time. All you gotta do is just say, Coach would have had a field day with this, man. That would have been the whole book right there.
It would have just been like him talking. It'd just be
monologue
word bubbles
and shit like that. Yeah.
Just a
because that would have been
22-page monologue.
Right. Because we've all grown up. We've all went to school with albinos. Everybody had an albino in their school, and albinos get picked on all the time by everybody. They get picked on by white kids. They get picked on by black kids. They get picked on by everybody, Asian, everybody. So all you got to say is, I was albino. I got tired of being picked on. I'm a supervillain. But he tried to go into more detail, and I was like, yeah, you got to go into detail, man. Just say that. You spent 2 pages to say I'm albino. New Spider-Man reboot comic is back to base street level. He was right. He's not in space or like that. This is just boots to the ground street level.
Yeah, that's what made it interesting for me was the Tombstone arc.
Right, that Tombstone is the main villain. Yeah, and Tombstone always been like that street level bad guy. Now, here's the thing. Now, even though I say that this writer didn't want to go that level with Tombstone, like, do the albino arc, because there's a Black Lightning villain called Tobias Well, where he was also created by a white writer that went there. He straight up said it. I'm an asshole because I was albino, everybody picked on me. So I'm just going to kill everybody. They just went there. So, or maybe he didn't go there, but I'm pretty sure this guy don't know anything about Black.
And here's the thing. I have a daughter with special needs, and her school is full of kids with special needs. They're born with diseases and rare, physical disabilities, mental disabilities, and it might be getting a little a tired trope of having people with disabilities be portrayed as villains.
Yeah.
I know in that community that they're getting tired of being portrayed as the evil villain, the super villain. So I'll just throw that out there, but for the woke crowd.
Yeah, so hopefully, Marvel, DC, whoever, I know they don't listen to this shit, but I'm just saying, if they did, remember when seeing albino twins in school, they had a hard time. Yeah, like I said, it's a thing. It's a thing. Bullying is a thing in school, still is. I don't care. It could be 2045, 2050, 3005. Bullying is going to be a thing. So, yeah. Now back to the comic. We got way off subject.
It's Tombstone's origin. Like, that
origin
sounds cool to me, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's his place. He's like, so that's why I'm evil. So basically, people are always taking food out of my mouth. So I'm gonna do everything and take food out of their mouths if they deserve it. And any man trying to feed himself, there's no such thing as being a bad guy with that. Because if you got to feed yourself, that's what it is. So anyway, the bad guys come down and they all dress like the Rose's henchmen. And Spider-Man's like, why? So you brought the Rose's men down here? Like, no, I didn't bring the Rose's men down here. I got my men dressed up like the Rose's men. They're going to go up and they're going to shoot up 125th Street. Like, wait, what? So since they're dressed like the Rose, people are going to think that the Rose has something to do with it. So what's going to happen is that your friends are going to come down and shut the Rose down. Maybe Captain America, maybe Daredevil, maybe Rocket Raccoon. I don't give a shit who it is. They're going to take out my competition and I'll be the number one guy left. Since you got me in a situation, your friends going to get me out of the situation.
It's chestnut checkers.
Exactly. So Tombstone is playing it. And he's like, matter of fact, Spider-Man, that's a lesson I want to teach you before we kill you. So before he leaves, he's just like, all right, now kill Spider-Man. I'm gone. But he's doing the evil Batman 60s shit. He's leaving before they kill Spider-Man. Like, why the fuck you leaving? And Spider-Man,
I'm gonna tie you up to this giant glue machine.
Right. Well, it'd be like Austin Powers, like, come on, Dad, we got a gun. We can kill him right now. Like, no, he's gonna just leave. And he's like, I learned my lesson, Tombstone, learned my lesson. He's like, nah, well, you learned it too late. All right, goodbye, Spider-Man, Godspeed, and then he closed the door on him. And you see the guy cock the gun and to be continued. So that's in the book. Yeah.
Damn.
Left in a cliffhanger. Cool. It was pretty cool. Like I said, Tombstone has always been an interesting villain, But like I said, street level is hard for a lot of comic writers to do that unless you're a good comic writer. This comic writer is a lot better than Joshua Williamson, so I have faith in him. So, and like I said, he has Tombstone down pat. Maybe, and now that you broke it down, Eli, maybe it's a good thing they didn't go out there. Oh, I'm albino because I'm evil. you know. So remember why y'all about no twins, yo.
I mean, yeah, it could. I mean, that could not be the sole purpose,
right?
Of I mean, it could have been part of it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
but his main thing,
you know.
But the main thing, he was bullied. That's the thing. He was bullied. Yeah. He got tired of people kicking shit out of him. Turns a bad guy. So that's the main thing about it. So, yeah. Any other books you got or?
No, I'm all booked out. You know.
All right, before we shut down, I do want to make an announcement. I made it on. Who we got before we get up out of here? Let's see. Bendis is good at street level stuff.
Yeah,
Bendis is good. Matter of fact, even when he wrote Superman, when he tried to make Superman street level, I like that shit. It's when the cosmic Jor-El Rogol-Zar shit that I didn't like. That's the shit that got on my nerves. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Rogol.
Yeah, Rogol, like what the fuck?
Daredevil, Bendis Daredevil, that shit was dope.
That shit is legendary. That shit is legendary. Yeah. But yeah, I want to make an announcement. We hit a milestone. And I want to just talk about that real quick. The milestone we hit is, I don't know where we are right now. We are at, we crossed 4,000, and that is just on audio. That is not counting video. That is not counting YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever like that. This is, and it to just put in perspective, the numbers didn't start until, we didn't start counting the numbers until July 2020. So this on like in a 2-year period, we hit about 4,000. Now I know Joe Rogan hits this in one episode in an hour. I know that we ain't Joe Rogan. You know, we do what we can. You know, I do want to give a shout out to some of the people that hit us because there is one audience, United States. There is one. The top one is Washington and Seattle, Washington. Here's the thing, Eli. I think I know who that is.
Oh, really?
So if you're the person that I think you are, that you are pretty much the number one person to listen to this podcast on audio, shout out to you. If I think I know you are, if you are, DM me. It's not like that. We're cool. I think we're cool.
You related to people in Washington?
I know some people in Washington.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. So that's why I think I know who it is. But here's the thing, Eli, we have some work to do. We have an opportunity. We call it an opportunity because the opportunity we have is that where is it? Back it on up. Damn it. I was going to do a thing, but I can't do it now. There it is. We have an opportunity because, we have all our listeners in Earth, but Mercury, Venus, Mars. So until we get there, Eli, we have some work to do. We can't rest on our laurels, you know.
Yeah, we better start studying our Uranus culture.
Yeah. Now, to be honest with you, Eli, if we start getting hits in Mars, you know we're fucked, right? You know. Oh, we got to kill these guys. Yeah. So appreciate everybody coming over. We go keep cranking out some crazy shit.
And our regular listeners, 616, Mob Boss.
Gabe, you pop in every now and then.
Yeah, Gabe,
Keith, shout out to you. It's too many of y'all to name. If we miss you, you know,
Fat T, Cliff. You know,
because I was gonna do a list on the episode 250, but I was like, I didn't want to miss anybody and piss anybody off. So yeah. So if you're listening, Martians, Uranians, you know, shout out to y'all. And like I said, we're gonna shut it down. I might end with a Kate Bush song. Like I said, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. How the fuck did I miss that?
You were a little kid, man. You weren't emo. You weren't too emo, were you?
No, man. Like I said,
not that, you know, not that.
No, man. I was breakdancing this shit at the time, man. I wasn't listening to Kate Bush. You know, I had the Michael Jackson Thriller jacket on, man, with the zippers and shit. I had that shit, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.
Be running up that road. It's you and me.